The third P of the part. Yeah. Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Teresa. In today's video, I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a life update because I am actually in school right now. If you haven't been around since the days of my Simple Life of an Online Content Creator vlog, then you may not know that I am in school right now. I'm taking a few business classes and it's getting to be the end of the semester. So I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, I'm getting ready for finals. So I'm just trying to catch up on some of my schoolwork. This has been my first semester back in school for almost like 2 years. Like last semester I took one class online, but it wasn't the same, you know? So this is my first time back on a campus in 2 years, which is cool and everything, but I just had a little bit of a problem getting back into the swing of things at the beginning of the semester. I've been doing a lot better, and that's why I've been able to salvage my grades since then. But like I said, it is something that has been like a work in progress, and I haven't been working as hard throughout the whole entire semester as I should have. So I'm really pushing at the end here, which is why this video is super casual and I'm just like hanging out in sweats with no makeup on, because I need to get this video edited and then I have a lab to finish and I have some other homework to go over, and obviously whatever studying I have time for later. So I just wanted to get this video out. I'm really excited because I have been taking this kind of like general business kind of principles class, and we were talking about the marketing mix, which I thought was really interesting when I actually like put it with OnlyFans. Because so many people don't think about OnlyFans as a business or content creators as entrepreneurs, but you truly are. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about like the marketing mix and the 4 Ps that they talk about in my class, which are like product, price, place, and promotion. And I'm just gonna go over what I've learned in that class, and then also like how I've related it to my own work on OnlyFans, which is also going to kind of help me retain this information a little bit, I hope, so that this is kind of like me studying for finals, right? Oh, let's get started. One of the classes that I'm taking is like a business, like a general business overview type class. So in last week's lesson, we were talking about digital media marketing and specifically social media. There are other forms of it too, but since we're talking about OnlyFans on this channel, I'm going to be talking about the marketing mix in relation to OnlyFans. They talk about the 4 Ps, which are like the things to consider when you're selling something. So the first thing is product, which obviously we're all selling adult content. We're all selling our photos. And then the second thing is price, which obviously is going to be like how much you charge for that product. And then some other things to consider are going to be like the place is what it's called with the 4 Ps, which is just like where you are like distributing it. So the place in this situation would be online, and then also like where you're advertising could potentially be which platform you're using to advertise, because that could be the place. And then the 4th P is promotion, which is just like how you're marketing your product. So when starting your OnlyFans and starting to consider the product, the price, the place, and the promotion, the product, like what kind of content are you making? I think I'm gonna make another video soon that's like how to niche down. I think that that's a question a lot of us have, especially when it comes to creating adult content. Like you almost want to bring in everyone, so it's hard to niche down, and some people don't even know exactly what that entails, because there's actually so much that it entails. Because even if your niche is like, you know, OnlyFans on Twitter, then within the OnlyFans community, then you kind of have to niche down further and niche down further and niche down further, because you need to find what makes you unique and like why should people buy your content. This is actually something that I had to reflect on myself. Literally just earlier today, I was going through this girl's OnlyFans because I follow her. She knows that I follow her. So I've been reflecting. I've been looking at this other girl who I follow, and I love her content. Like I can say this because I like girls, right? Like her content is really good. It is quite arousing. So when I look at her content, then I'm like, well, how can I make my content better? Because I think that hers is better than mine. Like, that's my opinion. And what should I do if I think somebody else's content is better than mine? I should work to improve my own. And here's the conclusion I came to. I think that she has like a similar vibe throughout all of her photos. Like, mine kind of jump around depending on almost like what kind of mood I'm in. But she has a very like ethereal, like soft, kind of very luxurious kind of content. And she even doesn't do anything with her face, which to me, even in and of itself, is more impressive. Because I specifically remember when I started on Dropbox that I made more money once I started showing my face. So to see this girl making content without her face in it at all, one, that would be so much easier if I didn't have to put on makeup. And two, like, I've just seen that all over the place, like girls on YouTube, plus this girl that I'm talking about right now, they don't post their face. So for me, I was looking at that and I was like, well, I should be able to do that. Like, if it's going to make it easier for me to produce my content, then like, why don't I consider posting more photos without my face? Like, why do I have to keep waiting until I have the motivation to put on a full face of makeup in order to make my content, when there are other girls who don't post their face at all and they're just as popular, probably more popular than I am on OnlyFans? And like, if it's something that is personally arousing me, obviously like it's good content, somebody likes it because I like it. Those are my pizza rolls. Oh my God, my foot is asleep. This is why I always write notes for my videos, because this video started as like a school update and like the marketing mix, and then it got into like some lesbian fantasies, and now it's turning into a mukbang. So let's get started. So when creating your product, you have to think about like what makes you unique and like what sets you apart from other people. And this isn't just your personality. I think I'm really good at having like a very individual personality, but the style of my photos and also continuity across my profile is something that I'm hoping to work on. Maybe like starting using some preset filters or something will help me with that, or like even my color scheme that I'm doing. Those are just a couple things to consider like when you're trying to produce content. I know, like I said, I've been doing my own reflection, looking at some other people's content, and that's the conclusion I came to for myself. So maybe that'll help you as well. The second thing, like I said, is the price. I have people ask me all the time, like, how much should my OnlyFans be? And here's the thing, it's gonna be almost like a bell curve. So when you start, it should start lower because you don't have that much content yet. Like, why would somebody pay $40 a month when you only have 5 photos posted, when you're only updating it every few days? Like, why would they be paying premium prices for that if you don't already have a large following? Now, this is going to be a little bit different if you are starting with a large following on other social media platforms, but I'm talking like you start from scratch, you watched my video about how to gain followers if you start from 0 and want to make an OnlyFans. Assuming that's the case, you're gonna start with like a lower price probably. And as you gain more content, then you can kind of raise the price a little bit. And as you have like loyal subscribers, they're going to follow along with that. Maybe don't do too much of a steep increase, but just like play with it, test it out a little bit, see like what the median, try to find where like the price versus like the sales kind of intersect, where you're making the most amount of money that you possibly can, but you're not losing sales because you have too high of a price. Now, once you've built up a larger following and you have a lot of content on your profile, then you can kind of raise that price as it gets to that point. But then here's the thing that a lot of people overlook, is that once you have hit kind of that peak of like, this is the most people are gonna pay for it, you can also start to lower the price as you gain more followers. Because the more people who are buying your content, the less expensive it needs to be in order to make the same amount of money, right? Seems like pretty common sense stuff that we learned in like, if you took high school economics or something, right? And of course your price is also going to kind of change depending on what kind of content you're putting out. Like if you're just putting out like lingerie pics, you probably don't care as much that it's priced as high as somebody who's, you know, putting out like hardcore porn, you know, like that takes a lot more energy out of you. So of course, yeah, like you probably deserve more money for that. Unless if you're just taking lingerie pictures, like you're literally putting in like hours of work, sometimes it just doesn't even out, you know? So those are a couple things to kind of consider when you're trying to price your OnlyFans, is just like how many followers you have right now and what kind of content you're willing to put out. The third P of the marketing mix is gonna be the place, which is where you're promoting your product, and promotion is gonna be next, so we'll talk about that. But the place is like where you're promoting. If you check out my video, I have a video that's all about like ranking the social media platforms in relation to how I feel as if you can market yourself for your OnlyFans on those different platforms. So make sure that you check that out after this video. I'll probably link it above and in the description bar below. And while we're at it, why don't you give this video a thumbs up and hit the red subscribe button down below, and then hit the gray like little bell looking thing so that you're notified when I upload new videos. I upload Fan Site Friday videos every Friday, usually. Sometimes I'm a little late, but that's like OnlyFans type advice. This video, like I said, I've been kind of stressed getting ready for finals and like the holidays. So this is a super casual video. Like I said, no notes, off-brand mukbang. I do mention in that video that I prefer like more vanilla sites for promoting my OnlyFans, because then I can kind of get to know people and bring in subscribers that aren't like OnlyFans like subscribers, if that makes sense. Like I can build my own community, and even if maybe they don't have an OnlyFans, they're willing to make one because they want to see my content. So it's not so much that I'm competing against other girls, it's that I have built up such a strong community of followers that they want to support me. Now, when you're on a site that allows more explicit content, such as Twitter or Reddit, just like I mentioned in that video, the market is super oversaturated, and since you can post more explicit content, then you are having to post more and more that you may not be comfortable with in order to compete in that market. So I definitely suggest using like Instagram, TikTok, but I have seen like some of my sales have been down. Not necessarily my sales, but my subscriber count has been down. My sales have been pretty steady, which I think is really cool. That like I don't have as many subscribers, but I'm still selling the same amount of content. So it's kind of leveling out, but that's what I'm saying, is that even though it's been better for my mental health to not be on Twitter, and I've been able to better focus on other platforms that I think are more useful, I have seen a slight decrease as I haven't been on Twitter as often, and that is my main platform usually. Which leads me into the fourth and final P, which is promotion, which is like how you promote your content. And here's the thing, is that you also, as much as you want continuity among your profile, you also want it across all of your platforms. I mentioned that in my video about manifesting with money and like aligning with your spending in order to reach your goals, kind of constantly thinking about your brand when you're buying either clothes or decor for your home in order to create that cross-platform continuity. Personally, I think that quantity is more important than quality. Like you don't want to be putting out something that is of low quality, like you can't really see the photo or anything. But I think that if you're putting out a lot of like maybe medium quality videos or content, sometimes I have had an issue where I think that a piece of content is fabulous and then it doesn't do well. And then I randomly throw out something that I don't really care about. I don't think it's my best work, and it like pops off, like something super random. So just like continuing to put out more and more content like every single day and just being consistent. It's like the lottery, like you have to keep playing in order to like hit the jackpot. Another thing that you can do is like including calls to action in your content. So like if you're making a YouTube video like this, you could be like, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TeresaAP98 and on TikTok at Toxic Teresa. So some of those calls to action can create that relationship with somebody, not only are they following your content on Instagram to see like your pictures and your stories, but then they could also be following you on YouTube to see your long form content. They could be following you on TikTok to watch your short form content. And if they like all of that, then they're like, hey, like, I really like this creator. I should go subscribe to her OnlyFans as well. I know this is something that I actually really struggle with because I never tell people like, go follow me on this platform, go follow me on that platform. And you really do like need to promote yourself, especially online if you're a content creator. I was just watching on Sean Cannell's Instagram. He talks about how there have been studies saying that content creators are like the fastest growing business this year. So there's going to be a lot more competition in the future. So if you want to hop on this trend right now, you need to get comfortable promoting yourself, telling everybody, hey, go follow me on here, go follow me on here, sharing your Instagram posts to your story, linking your Facebook and your Instagram, maybe linking your OnlyFans to your Twitter. I know that that's a thing that you can do, and it won't post the pictures that you post on OnlyFans, but it will post like, check out my new photo. So that's another way that you can do some of that cross-platform marketing. And then another way that you can promote your content is doing like discounts and free trials, which if you check out my video on how to use OnlyFans, or if you're using Pocket Stars, I also have a walkthrough video for that as well. So you can offer like free trials or discounts to subscribers, and that's a promotion that can cause people to like resubscribe to your content. Or obviously, like when the price is lower, more people are willing to subscribe if they feel as if they're getting a better deal. I know a lot of girls who actually will just have their content like on sale all the time, so it just kind of looks like you're getting it on sale, but it's basically always at the same price, or it's always on a discount, but like a varying discount sometimes. The way that I have my OnlyFans set up is like you get your first month half off, but then after that you pay full price. So that's actually like the promotion that I have going most of the time, unless I am bumping it up because there's something going on that I want to like have an extra little bit of a sale for. And I've done some free trial links. Last year I did this thing, I thought it was super cute. Maybe I'll do another one, or I'll tell you how I planned it out, or like both. I'll like combine it. Like I'll do another scavenger hunt, and I'll also like show you how I planned it out. And I will say I tried this a second time, and it didn't do as well the second time as it did the first time. And I was actually surprised because I had done some collab content to create the second one, and the first one was just by myself. But I really liked the quality of the photos from the first one better, and kind of like the premise, the concept, the outfit was just like, I just liked it a little bit better. And so I can kind of see why it did better. But what I did is I had like an online scavenger hunt. So on each platform, I would post like a clue, and it would lead you to the next platform. And then you would have to like put them together, and it ended up leading you to Reddit. And there was a free pussy pic plus a free trial link on my Reddit account. So if you can come up with a fun little activity like that, I think that's another great way to promote your OnlyFans. I know this video was a little bit all over the place, so if you have made it this far and you haven't yet, be sure to comment down below, let me know that you watched the whole thing, and give this video a thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button down below. Like I said, hit the gray notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload new content. And I will see you in the next one.